Hello guys, today we learned the power electronic, and in power electronic the first unit is introduction to power electronic. Now see the introduction. Actually we know before the study the power electronic, what is the power electronic? Power electronic is nothing but the combination of three terms, namely power, electronic and control. Now see the meaning of each term. First term is power. Power is related to generation, transmission and distribution of electric power. Next is electronics. Electronics is nothing but covers the solid state device and circuit to process the signal for meeting certain control objective. And third term is the control. Control is nothing but it explains the steady state and dynamic characteristics of closed loop control. Before studying this power electronic, we know why we study this. Means, in short, we know the applications of power electronic. See, the basic applications, that is common applications, is nothing but power electronic is used to heat control, then power supplies, means we can say that it is used in battery charger also. Next is electric vehicle. Next is air conditioning. Likewise, a refrigerator, machine tool, motor control, light dimmer, washing machine, grinder, furnace, and etc. There are so many applications of power electronic. Next point in the power electronic is the which are the power semiconductor devices. See the classification of these. These power semiconductor devices are classified mainly into five categories. First is power diode, second is thyristor, third is power transistor, fourth is power MOSFET, and last is IGBT, or we can say that SIT. Next, in this power electronic, basically we have to focus on thyristor. Then again see the classification of thyristor. Thyristor are classified into SCR, that is nothing but silicon controlled rectifier. This is very important device in power electronic. Basically this SCR is commonly used in all types. Next is GTO. Its long form means gate turn off thyristor. Next is RCT. RCT is nothing but your reverse conducting thyristor. It is nothing but the same. It is nothing but the same as that of the SCR. Only it is conducted in reverse manner. Next is SITH. Next is GAT. Next is LASR. LASR is the light activated silicon controlled rectifier. Next is MCT, that is MOS control thyristor, and last is triac. Now see the requirement of power devices. Why we use the power devices? What is it need? Why it is needed? See, first requirement is we have to handle the large current and large power. At that time we can use the power devices. Means it is the basic feature of power devices that it can handle the large current and large power. Next is in the off state it can handle very high voltage. And next is on state voltage drop is very small in this power devices. Then fourth is on-state resistance is very small, which is basic need of any devices, and off-state resistance is very high. This is the basic need of any devices which can run properly. Next is turn on and turn off completely and quickly, means we can turn on the SCR and turn off the SCR quickly, means fast as well as completely. Next is it acts as a switch. Next is it has high dV by dt and di by dt ratings. Its thermal resistance is very small, so that on these devices temperature does not affect. Next is it has negative temperature of coefficient, and most important thing is its cost is low. Now by one, we have to learn all types of devices one by one. Out of that, first is SCR. See, the long form is silicon control rectifier. Before studying this SCR, see its features. Why we learn this? First feature is it is a latching type device. Next is it handle the large current. Next is handle the large power. Acts as a switch. Low, its on-state voltage drop is very low. It can handle the thousands of ampere of current. See symbol, SCR symbol. Here SCR symbol is shown in figure. It has three terminals. First is anode terminal, second is cathode terminal, and third is gate terminal. This gate terminal is nothing but the controlling terminal. Now see the construction. In this construction diagram, we can see that there are the four layers P1, N1, P2, N2. Means we can say that in this construction diagram, SCR is basically four layer structure. First layer P1, second is N1, third is P2, and fourth is N2. In this construction, the SCR having the three terminals. First is anode terminal, second is cathode terminal denoted by K, and third is gate terminal denoted by G. It has the three junction J1, junction J2, and junction J3. This SCR is a unidirectional device, means we can say that current flow only in one direction, and this gate terminal acts as a controlling terminal. See, working principle of SCR. In working principle of SCR basically classified into two parts. First is with gate current, means when we apply the gate terminal, voltage applied between the gate terminal means we can provide the gate current. And second is without gate current, means gate terminal is open. See first operation with gate current. Same construction diagram is drawn here, having the four layer structure PN, PN, and having three junction J1, junction J2, and junction J3 as shown in figure. It has three terminals, anode, cathode, and gate. Now see how the batteries are connected. First battery, we can say that VAK, that is voltage between anode to cathode. How it is connected? Anode terminal is connected to the positive of the battery, and cathode connected is connected to the negative of the battery. In other words, we can say that anode should be at higher potential than the cathode, and gate terminal is also connected to the positive of the battery, and cathode is connected to the negative of the battery. This is the first diagram for the operation with gate current. Now see what happens when gate current is applied and voltage between anode to cathode is applied. As anode to cathode voltage means anode voltage is positive with respect to cathode, then we can say that junction J1 and junction J3 is in forward bias. Now see about junction J2. As anode is connected to the positive, means N-type layer connected to the positive, and at junction J2 cathode is connected to the negative, means P region connected to the negative, means we can say that junction J2 is in reverse bias. As junction J2 is in reverse biased, but gate terminal is connected to the P region, and which is the positive current, means junction J2 get forward biased and SCR start conducting. In this case, we can say that in this case, as gate current goes on increasing, your breakover voltage goes on decreasing. Your breakover voltage, that is voltage between anode to cathode, is totally depend on the gate current. As we goes on, gate current goes on increasing, means anode to cathode voltage goes on decreasing. Now see the next figure, that is operation without gate current. In this diagram we can say that diagram is same as that of the before, only one difference is there, that is gate terminal is open. No any supply is connected to the gate terminal. Now see what happened in this case. In this case, as anode is connected to the positive of the battery, or we can say that in other word, anode is at higher potential than the cathode. What happened in this case? As anode is at higher potential, cathode is at lower potential, means junction J1 and junction J3 are in forward bias and junction J2 is in reverse biased. As it is in reverse biased, when we increasing voltage between anode to cathode, at that time temperature at junction J2 goes on increasing, and at certain limit, when anode to cathode voltage goes to its certain limits, at that time junction J2 get breaks and SCR start conducting. This breakover voltage is the on state voltage of this SCR. Now, this is the today's lecture. See the VI characteristics of the SCR, then its advantages, disadvantages and applications. Thank you guys.